Don't explain. Don't argue. Just win. Because if you have to convince them with words, you've already lost something far more important, your inner stillness. In a world that begs you to defend yourself, to justify your every move, to plead for your worth, there is power in silence. There is strength in walking away, without a single word, without a single ounce of wasted energy. The man who doesn't argue, who doesn't explain, who simply wins in silence, he terrifies the world. Because you can't predict him, you can't guilt him, and you sure as hell can't control him. This kind of man is rare because this kind of man is disciplined. This kind of man has made peace with his own suffering. Most people, when they are misunderstood, panic. They overcompensate. They try to explain every detail of their character, every intention, every move. They argue, hoping that if they talk enough, they'll win back some dignity. They believe that being seen as right means they are strong. But the Stoic knows something deeper. He knows that to seek validation is to bleed out your spirit for the comfort of others. He knows that the truth does not need to scream. It just needs to endure. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." That's it. No performance, no back and forth debates, just action. Quiet, consistent, brutal action. If they don't believe in you, so what? If they don't understand you, let them misunderstand. If they talk behind your back, walk in front of them with such poise that their words choke in their throats. Because when you argue, when you plead, when you beg to be seen, you lose your edge. You step off the battlefield and into the court of public opinion, where every coward gets to throw stones without ever earning a scar. You want to be a warrior? Then stop asking for permission. Stop giving people the weapon of your words, and start showing them the blade of your results. Do you know what the most dangerous man looks like? He's not loud. He doesn't shout about his goals. He doesn't engage in meaningless disputes. He doesn't post his every move. He just moves silently, powerfully, and with deadly precision. His silence isn't weakness. It's patience. It's presence. It's power. Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." But I'll add this, he who is silent is feared. He who speaks only when necessary controls the room without ever raising his voice. Let that sink in. You are not here to be liked. You are not here to be understood by the masses. You are here to master yourself, to control your impulses, to walk through the fire of rejection, humiliation, and betrayal without flinching. Without making excuses. Without whining to the world about how unfair life is. The Stoic path is not gentle. It is not comfortable. It does not reward you with praise. It's cold. It's quiet. It's brutal. And it will forge you into something society no longer recognizes. Because when they push you and you don't push back, when they insult you and you don't react, when they provoke you and you stay calm, they will begin to doubt themselves. Not because you overpowered them with force, but because your restraint exposed their weakness. People think power is domination. They think it's shouting, flexing, intimidating. But real power is the ability to endure. To know you could destroy someone, but you don't. Not because you're soft, but because you're focused. Because you've disciplined your emotions to the point of silence. That's what makes a man dangerous. And make no mistake, silence is a weapon. But only in the hands of the disciplined. If you are silent because you're afraid, then it's cowardice. If you are silent because you're unsure, then it's confusion. But if you are silent because you've transcended the need to be heard, then you are free. The world doesn't know how to handle a person like that. It confuses them. It frustrates them. It breaks their sense of control. You don't owe anyone an explanation. Not for your standards. Not for your silence. Not for your path. not for your choices. You owe yourself one thing: to keep walking, keep building, keep sharpening your mind until your presence says everything your mouth never will. Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Let them misunderstand you. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them write you off, and then show them slowly, without a word, who you really are. This world is addicted to noise, arguments, justifications, and opinions. Outrage. Everyone wants to be heard, but no one wants to listen. And that's your edge. You don't need to shout above the crowd when you've trained yourself to hear through the noise. You don't need to win debates when you've already conquered yourself. Discipline is silent. Mental toughness is invisible. And the highest form of respect is earned, not demanded. There will be moments in your life when people will twist your words. They'll misinterpret your silence as weakness. They'll provoke you just to see if you'll break. That's the test. That's when you double down on your stillness. Because you are not here to react. You are here to respond with results. You win by detaching from the petty. You win by not attending every argument you're invited to. You win by walking into a room with no need to be the loudest because your energy already speaks louder than words ever could. Let them scream. Let them mock. Let them gossip. You stay on your path. Stay cold. Stay sharp. The moment you explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you, you've already lost the fight. You've stepped down from the mountain to wrestle in the mud. And no warrior climbs into the mud. He stands on higher ground and watches the noise fade beneath him. So don't explain. Don't argue. Just win. Train harder. Wake up earlier. Outlast them in silence. Let your consistency suffocate their doubts. Let your peace become the revenge they never saw coming. And if they try to shame you for being different, for not talking, for not joining the chaos, remember, the lion never explains himself to the sheep. Why would he? He just hunts. He just leads. He just wins. There is no power in convincing. There is no pride in explaining. There is only power in mastering yourself. And that's where Stoicism begins, when the world burns and you don't. When they attack and you don't flinch. When chaos erupts and you remain composed. That's what breaks people. That's what destroys egos. That's what terrifies the undisciplined. Because deep down, they know, they can't shake you. They can't provoke you. They can't drag you into their storm. You've become the storm. A calm, cold, calculated force of nature. Unshakable. Unapologetic. Unstoppable. You don't explain. You don't argue. You win.